Welcome to another episode of Bandology, not Band Room, but Bandology Soundcheck. Thank you for joining me on today. I appreciate it. Today I have two special guests with me. I have one band director that's in the North Carolina Mass Band, and then I have another band director that's from New Generation Mass Band. So listen, this is going to be a good episode, and I hope that you guys enjoy it.
Hey, yo, Butch, what band we talking about?
Enjoy. So welcome to the show, fellas. How you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well,
yeah.
man.
You know it's about to be Mass Band season. I can't wait for the fall. Actually, I really can't wait for the fall, but Mass Band season is literally...
We got to get through the summer first.
Well,
it's get through the summer first.
But hey, Mass Band season is now.
I know.
We in it.
So let's pretty much just give an introduction. Mr. Robert, would you like to talk about yourself, man? Because most people don't know that I'll be having conversations with band directors. They just think I just be talking to myself.
Well, sure. I'll start off, man. Well, again, first and foremost, thanks for having me on the platform. A big fan, even though I just came across you recently. I'm loving what you're doing. Robert Allen McCarthy II. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Went to Cass Technical High School, where I played the snare drum initially. I actually got my scholarship to Jackson State University on snare, on percussion.
Wow.
But I ended up switching to trumpet my senior year. My band director just had a week where she wanted to put all the drums on the horn and just let us get that experience. But some of us took it serious. I was one of those people who took it serious. Long story short, ended up playing trumpet in symphonic band because Miss Allen was like, "Hey, Rob, no, go get your trumpet." Next rehearsal, ended up playing first, and just because I was the only one who had the range on YouTube. Hey, how to increase range, how to increase endurance, just using the information age to my advantage, and got good very, very quickly. Ended up switching and playing trumpet at Jackson State, where I was Crab of 2009, Crab section leader, assistant section leader in 2011, head section leader in 2012 and 2013, Trump Funk, EOH, all that good stuff. I actually played FAMU Alpha as well at Jackson State. All that good stuff, yeah. And secured my bachelor's of computer engineering from Jackson. What brought me to North Carolina was pursuing my master's. So I was trying to secure my master's at North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. And it seems like band just kind of never escapes me. And I cannot leave this out. My wife, she went to Livingstone and A&T for grad, and undergrad and grad respectively. So she's kind of reason why I came down here too. I know she'll love that. But like I said, band just never escapes me. And my frat brother, Trey Ingram, wanted to kind of start the North Carolina All-Star Band back in 2017. He brought me on just to kind of help with the upper brass and my experience from helping out with the Motor City All-Star Band back in Detroit. I was on staff there as well, kind of helping with the upper brass and just kind of overall. Some things happened. Unfortunately, his father passed, and of course, we'll probably get more into the story of the group. But his father passed, so he had to step away. But I knew if we stopped practicing the group, everything would just kind of crumble. So that kind of led, I just left a gap for somebody to step up. I stepped up and started to run rehearsal. And of course, like I said, I'm in computer engineering, I'm in tech. So this is my first shot to really do the band director thing. And it went well. So yeah, I don't want to hold you too long. It's a little bit about me, guys, and I'm sure we'll get further into it.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Rocky, would you like? I know you, but everybody else may not.
I don't have the extensive resume. I'm a rookie from 2008 Spartan Legion. I marched in the greatest Legion all time, 2009. I'm very proud of that. My brother was Mr. Spartan in 98 and 99 when Dr. Sanford came here. One of my favorite rookie brothers is Tyrus Walker from Detroit. Yeah. I learned a lot from Detroit, man, for real. So like when I heard you say that, it's like a full circle moment for me. I just had Tyrus send me some music last week. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ego Trip, That's my boy, man. I learned a lot from Tyrus. So I started my first mass band right after, I think we talked about this, Evan, on the first time I was on, right after that 2010 New Orleans and Houston battle in that little small gym.
Yep.
I was like, oh, bro, that's cool, bro. Like, we need to do that here. Unfortunately, at the time, we couldn't get the type of backing and support we needed. And, I was young. I was 19. You know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't ready for that type of responsibility. But now, I think we got the blueprint. We were actually going to come to North Carolina this year, but the original date was June 27th or 28th. But that's the day y'all actually going
to Memphis.
Memphis, yeah. So we got a battle with Capital City on the 20th. So the schedules don't align the way I would like them to. But we still want to get down there at some point, or have y'all come here or whatever, man. But I've been a fan of North Carolina. We had a lot of people from here at the time going down there because we didn't have an established mass band.
Yeah.
And I hope, and I'm sorry to say, I hope we can keep those people here this summer. So.
Understood.
Since we have something now, man, that we trying to build some pride in. So what happened with New Generation is, like, I don't like to label it the VA mass band wholeheartly because there's so much negative stigma attached to the last 4 or 5, and some of those including mine. And my father already had New Generation for 30-something years. And I was like, you know what? We'll just fall under the same umbrella. That way it's something already there that people in Virginia already know. You know what I mean? Because the last thing I wanted to do was have another band that came together, have a crank session, don't travel, don't go nowhere, and everybody like, oh, here we go again. So last year we were able to go up to DC and battle Capital City. They coming down here June 20th. We're going back up there in July for this like jamboree. We were supposed to come to North Carolina. That didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But hopefully we can figure something out, man. Like I said, I don't have the huge resume as my counterpart here. I'm just a dude on the street, man. I am one of the recruiters for Virginia Union now.
Okay.
So, I've been working close with PJ Howard and Virginia Union. They were just here playing with us. But that's it, man. It ain't too much, to me like that.
Got you. So I really want to ask y'all some couple of questions to get from a band director perspective. Because I'm not a band director, but I could have been one, but God didn't want me to be a band director. I don't have the patience to deal with insurance no more. I don't have the patience. So when we talk about the journey, especially becoming a band director, what are the things that you guys go through, especially when it comes to recruitment, especially comes with money, stuff like that, that we don't talk about nobody really talks about that on the high end, but we everybody keeps it on the low end. But what are some challenges that y'all face, especially being the band directors and trying to get kids to want to be investing in your programs and stuff like that? Because a lot of these kids want to do something, but they're not motivated to do anything, basically, because the people that surround them. So how do you that's another question, how would you get kids to actually be a part of something that they never really seen? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does. Maybe you can start off, Rocky.
So I'll say this, man. On the community aspect, you're dealing with a whole different beast. A lot of times I urge, and this is no disrespect to any directors in the school system, but you don't deal with what we deal with on this side. There's no funding. There's no transportation. You got to go and find it. You have to go and get it. You don't even have a pool of kids. Like, there's no, like, it's not interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? There's no revolving door of kids. You literally have to go and find them. And he spoke about how, like, if they had stopped practicing, man, we do it there all the time. Like, if you cancel a practice, those kids, they go and go do something else. And they're like, no, I'm good. So, really, man, it's about exposure. And it's about, sticking to, like, if you say you're going to battle somebody, you got to go do it. Because what they'll say is like, oh, they're just doing all this talking. Like I just mentioned, these jam sessions, if you're not playing against nobody, then what we doing it for? And at that point, you just a glorified street band that has no merit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the main thing. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to keep it short. Sometimes dealing with the high school directors or the local directors, period, can be a challenge. I was talking to my LB Scooby from Atlanta, and he was just saying how when Georgia started, it was like this big divide, you know what I mean? And I'm like, But he said, you know, you just got to keep going, man. Like once they see like you're not giving in, those people are going to eventually buy in, and then the naysayers eventually they just fall off the bandwagon. They don't support you, but they don't care enough anymore to, you know, cause you any problems. You know what I mean? So that's what I see from my perspective.
Man, I would echo really all of those sentiments right there, man. Because I think the biggest thing that all-star band groups or mass band groups or what have you have to accomplish is really being treated as and being looked at as a real program.
Yep.
You know, yeah, we're not a college. Yeah, we're not a high school. We are our own entity. We are a real entity, and we ought to be taken serious. But we got to treat ourselves serious. We have to take ourselves serious, and that has to be seen publicly. So even kind of going back to the exposure part, these people, your doubters, your naysayers, especially in the beginning, you know, people just want to see if you really do it, you know, or if you're just talking. So proving it that no, we about some serious business. There's been many additions as well before we pulled this off in 2017. And of course, they had just similar problems. And I can even speak for Detroit. It was the same thing, just, you know, lack of consistency, lack of resources. You know, it's always, where are we practicing? You know, instruments, where can we get instruments? It's always the same problem. So,
Preach.
you know, just looking like a real program, I think attracts everyone. And of course, you're going to have a little bit, I won't say friction, but a little bit of pause from the high school directors on the scene. They may not agree with the style of play that you're doing. Of course, they don't want the bad habits. And of course, when you're mixing, you know, kids and adults, the risk is there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I get that. But of course, again, looking like a real program to these high school directors does wonders. You know, and of course, establishing the relationship with them, and likewise with the college directors. Recently, we just did our first college fair, audition fair, to kind of help the kids first even learn and get prepared for the audition. But we did a college fair and audition fair where you could come get information from the colleges. You know how many colleges North Carolina has.
Oh my God, it's a lot.
In the state, just alone. But of course, we had other states as well. And then they were also able to mass audition for all those schools and get offers. So that was a good thing. But of course, things like that. Yeah, we're trying to crank up. Yeah, we're trying to represent the state on this mass band scene. But I'm sure I can speak for all of us when we're trying to positively impact the state at the end of the day. And of course, if you give back to the state will give back to you.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's one of my biggest things. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, man, I really hate the stigma that they try to attach to the mass bands. Like, it's like, oh man, they just get together and play loud, you know. No. And if you are a teacher in the school system, teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a grassroots thing. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to compare apples and oranges, like, it's just not the same. We have to prepare to compete against other mass bands that don't sound like your local high school band. So don't put us in that category. You know what I mean? Like, Kingsport is one of the better bands in Virginia, right? But I can't take that Kingsport sound to New Orleans, bro. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not feasible. So understand that, like, it's just like when your kids go to college, they're probably not gonna play the same style that they were playing in your high school band. And that's okay. You know what I mean? But when they come back to your rehearsal, teach. You're a teacher. And I think a lot of it gets lost in that, man. Like, bad habits. I mean, if your student know you can't play like this in your program, they don't need to play like that in your program.
Oh, you better hear it.
It's just as simple as that. And we deal with some stuff they bring here that we like, hey, bro, that ain't what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not an opportunity for you to try to do things that you can't do.
Oh, say that one more time, bro.
It's not an experiment.
Right? Yeah, you can't play. You can't play them B flats at your high school. Don't come here trying to get them pitching them notes out. You know what I'm saying? So we deal with the same thing, man. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this part. I'm from Portsmouth. If you know, you know. Similar to Detroit, just a little bit smaller. These kids ain't dying in school.
Mhm.
So you as their band director, when they get out of school at 2:30, if something gonna happen to them, it's probably gonna happen after 2:30. So this is another opportunity for them to not. And look, if I got 50 kids at mass band practice tonight, 50 kids is not dying,
Mm-hmm.
straight up. You know, and I think that
Agreed.
piece gets lost in it a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
And
So,
I'll add one last thing. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But kind of just echoing that point, man. We still have to compete and produce a product that's on a high level.
Yep.
But we only meet, once a week or a few times a week. Well, we don't have a program where I see you every single day. I don't have a
Right.
program to where if you miss rehearsal, hey, some scholarship money might come out. I don't have a program where we can kind of bake that style of play kind of in over time. We have to do it in almost 2 months, and not even really fully 2 months, really in about 20 something rehearsals. And we
Mm.
got so many different schools, so many different identities, so many styles of play that we have to kind of know, shed. And this is the NCMB or whatever group it is, style of play. So I just don't want that to get lost as well. Real teaching is going on, and the work we're doing, not to compare, because of course, high school or college program is serious, and it's a real thing. But what we directors are doing on this side is should not go unnoticed. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because how much money you spend out of your own pocket?
Exactly. I can get into
What?
that, and I won't even do it.
How many
But
times you had practice out? It's 8 o'clock, man. And no shade to some of these people that teach in the school, but you at home in the bed, and I'm dropping your kids off at home, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just want the same respect. You know what I mean? Like stop looking down on us. And I'm gonna throw a shot. It's not to anybody in particular, but if your program don't sound like nothing, please stop. I just stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like I,
Well,
I don't want to hear it. I just don't. I don't. Don't talk to me about bad habits. You can use some of them.
Mm.
But yeah, man, that's. Boy, we're about to go down a rabbit hole.
boy, listen, you
All
about
right.
to, boy, you about to. So,
Hey, hey, you know me, Evan. I'm gonna keep it real, bro.
boy, you
100%.
Rocky, you about to. I ain't mad at you at this point. I ain't mad at you. So, another question I have for both of y'all is when it comes to building a program, like what type of core structures do y'all really focus on? Because a lot of these programs that I've seen, like okay, so Alabama A&M got a new band director, Alabama State got a new band director, Tuskegee got a new band director. All these institutions are now getting new band directors with different styles. But the problem that I'm probably going to see probably later on, probably a couple months from now, is they're going to try to find their own identity again because they're so used to having an identity of somebody else. But how would you like build a program from scratch? Because Mr. Robert, you did talk about that, and I'm going back to the notes that you was talking about because I really want to really focus on that. So how would you really build a program like that?
Well, of course, I can take that question twofold because I can talk about building an all-star band program, but also what I would do with a college program. And I mean, it's kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm filling shoes, and stepping into some shoes. You never want to just, I don't know if I can cuss, but I'm
Go ahead. If you want to say
But you don't want, for lack of better words, you don't want to
Yeah.
shit on what the previous person did.
True.
You have to respect that, but you still have to take time and come with your own thing. Of course, it may take some years to kind of get your identity, and the old band director, his students kind of phase out, and you have total control and kind of influence, really. But of course, man, I'll go back to the all-star scene since that's kind of what I did and helped with. Was number one, you have to treat it like a real program. I think that's imperative. When they come to rehearsal, yeah, it's a little different. It's a little extracurricular, but they need to feel like they had a real practice. Not only feel like they had a real practice, and I'm talking about playing, but just the vibe of it. Whoever on the podium, it needs to feel real. And of course, auto organization, that shit goes unspoken. That should just be taken care of. And I think the biggest thing next, and this goes for any type of program, I think is culture building. Really like, hey, okay, this is not your type of program, but here we doing something a little different. We doing something unique. We're doing our thing, and to get the students or the people to buy in to what we doing here, I think is paramount. You know what I mean? Uh, Once you kind of had that family vibe, because and that's the thing too. It's like it's still official, but it's like it's more close. You know, you may not have that relationship with the rector.
Personable. It's
Yep.
You
more
may not
personable.
be that close in peer, group and age to
Yeah.
the directors over the group. So it's a little different. So I say building that culture, like for example, in North Carolina here, when we say horns ready, ready, horns up, up, we could just say up. But I'm like, yeah, some North Carolina stuff. What could I think of? Horns ready, ready, horns up, raise up. Raise up, with some North Carolina thing.
Oh, yeah.
Raise up, on the shirt, whatever. And of course, I still say that to the band and talk about how the next man need to feel like they're getting risen up on, But of course, little things like that, buy in. When we say horns down or and down or whatever, we say NC. You know what I'm saying? Just little bitty things to know, like, no, this is what our program does. So of course that, style of play, it's so many things that you just have to establish when you talk about a program and kind of finding your identity, like you mentioned, and just kind of sticking out. You don't want to sound like everybody else. Yeah, you don't want to break rules, and you don't want to go just off course, but you want to do your own thing. You got to bring your own thing, but for sure that takes time. That takes just baking and I'll use this term, but it is real, but I want to use it lightly. But brainwashing the group,
Yeah.
and getting your philosophy of band into the head, getting the culture that you want to put of the group into the head, getting the style of play that you want, and just how we do things here. I think that's the biggest thing. And of course, I think this goes for all programs, but especially All Star, man. It has to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
They got to come and have the funnest time of their life, feel like they at the club, the energy's just so crazy, and they just can't wait to come back to the next rehearsal. You don't want to just, yes, we're a real program, but you don't want to just snap on the band and rah, 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 rah. You can do that in college. They got to come back. And you still don't want to. You always got to have that balance. But here, you got to make sure that the kids, the college students are having fun. And I'll say this one last time. Make sure it feels like a real program, because you have members who have been in real programs. You have members who have immersed at Jackson State, at Southern, at Norfolk, at real programs under real tutelage, real leadership. So I cannot come here and you patty caking. I cannot come here and you're not serious. So I wrap it up with that.
Okay, Rocket.
Yeah, Rob said pretty much everything. I mean, I think the band has to take the shape, the identity of its leadership. And like me, I think I'm one of the coolest MFs in the world, right? So I want my band to feel like that. Like that's like everything we do, the branding, the shirts, like everything is like, oh, it has to be strategic. Now, last summer, we played a lot of rap tunes because it had loops. We put that band together in 4 weeks. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 rehearsals.
Hey.
Ain't nobody doing that, bro. Like it really
That's
don't
what we're dealing
happen.
with.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 8 rehearsals and we on the road to DC. We don't know what capital city look like. We just like, oh, well, we going. Whatever we see when we get there, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, it had to happen. And you talk about consistency. You talking about that family vibe. Like, we had Union down here in January where we had an audition clinic for them. We got $500,000 in scholarships this last week.
Wow.
And that ain't nothing to sneeze at for.
Hey,
for a mass band program or the community program.
Right. I had a little bit of a cheat code because my dad started New Generation in 1992. But there were no horns. There were no horns. It was just drummers, dance, flag. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to give him too much credit. A dude told me in 2023 or 24, we marched in a parade over in Newport News. It rained that morning. And all the other bands were on the buses riding through the parade. But we marched, whatever. So at the end of the parade, I posted and I was like, hey, I'm proud of my kids, man. We the only band out there that weathered the storm. You know what I mean? And this director said, well, I don't see any horns. They don't look like a band to me. So, okay. Now I got to show you.
Makes sense.
I put him on my list. He was on my list. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, don't discredit things that you just don't understand, bro. If you don't understand that culture, just leave it alone. You ain't have to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but then as a mass band director, there's such a thin line because you say the wrong thing, or you judge the wrong program, and you got kids from that program. So now I just learn to keep my head down. Like I might feel a way about how this program sounds or this program, but I got kids from all of them. So I just be like, you know what? Nope, I got to keep that internal. But when we come here, we're going to be a cohesive unit and we're going to work together. We go bowling together. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of cheat codes now. Like I work with Portsmouth United, which is a nonprofit initiative created by the Portsmouth Police Department. So anytime I need like funding, like, hey, I want to take the kids here. I want to take the kids here. You know what I'm saying? I hit them up. But having $500,000 in scholarship money to kids in this city, that's gonna help us in the long run.
Oh yeah.
And I wish that people would focus on the positive, man. Like you really, you can have an opinion about how we sound as a program. Have an opinion about how you sound as a program. But your kids going to school and so are ours. You know what I mean? So it's like, what we doing? But to get back to your point, I think you gotta inspect what you expect, right? Like, if we want to sound this certain with arrangements, you have to be picky in what you put in front of these kids.
Oh yeah.
You have to really, because everybody's watching. They want, they only play this.
Want you to fail, yeah.
Yep.
They want something to say.
Capital City told us last year saying, man, they play all these loops. Well, we from Norfolk. That's the culture we know. But I learned a valuable lesson. I'm like, all right, last tuba breaks. You know what I'm saying? So, but pay attention to what people saying. Don't, take it with a grain of salt. But
weigh it out, weigh the criticism out.
Yeah, for sure. But don't get all personal about it is what it is. You don't like how we sound. You didn't come out and try to help. I really don't care.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, how many times have we seen you had a band director tell us, well, my kid said it's unorganized. I'm like, bro, I don't have a principal doing my paperwork. I can't call the office and say, hey, I need buses for Saturday.
Yep.
Like, you just don't understand. Stop disrespecting the community organizations. And I'm still straying away from the question, but I got so much to say.
Oh, you good? No, you good.
Got so much to say.
Go ahead.
Really. No, I'm just saying, man, like, it's really crazy because I feel like a lot of times if people aren't involved with the success, they'll find any minute thing and say, oh, well, you did this wrong. You did this wrong. Like, bro, if I had access to your books and your paperwork, what would it look like? You just see more of what we do because so many people involved. We don't have a band room. I can't close the door. You know what I'm saying? And just talk to the parents. It's a community thing. Everybody not going to see it because they come to your program, you run it this way, and they come here and they're like, oh, that's not how my band director does it. Sorry.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make us unorganized. It makes us different from you.
Oh yeah.
And that's okay.
Can I say a statement? And how can I say this without being rude?
Say it. Say it.
Okay, so let's talk music education. Let's talk it. Everybody that has a degree in music education, they cannot arrange. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. That's because if you listen to these band programs that I've been listening to for the past couple of months, I have been taking notes on, and I kept asking myself, excuse my language, why the hell did you write this? And do you think it's gonna sound good?
Man.
And I'm not trying to throw shots at nobody, but I'm just making aware of we just be sometimes bypassing a lot of the errors that we keep like overlooking. If you know that your players cannot play a certain arrangement, don't play it at the game. Leave it alone. But no, you want to play it because we want to have something new. If they can't play it, stop trying to overcompensate everything. You don't have to play it, but you want to play it because it gets the boosters involved, or it gets people, your fans, gets them to talk. But I understand that, but everybody really, if you can't teach, if you don't know how to teach well, how can you teach somebody to play an instrument, play whole notes, half notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes? How are you going to teach that if you can't arrange properly? If you can't, that's the thing that us arrangers, us musicians, we have to really sit down and have conversations about, because when we
They not real with themselves,
they're
man. That's
not.
what
No.
it is. I think that's really what it comes down to. And so many people trying to put so many notes on the paper, and it's like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like play the song.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, play the song. Like, you know that you have the right to your instrumentation and to your band. And that's another thing. A lot of times people buying their arrangements. Like, you heard Jackson State play these triplets, but your program ain't built for that.
Wait, hold on, wait. People actually buying arrangements from.
Oh yeah, that's
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I ain't been around the game.
JW Pepper Block Band, man, what that's been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I've sold arrangements. I have some colleges playing, some high schools playing.
I know
What's
that
going
kind of
on?
sound crazy, but I wasn't.
Yeah, people hear a song and they can go on MuseScore and download it. They can buy it from the arranger, but just because you heard and you was like, oh, that sounds really good. You got it. You didn't make any alterations to it. You tried to play it and it was not right. Exactly. That is the main thing. Like, you know your kids can't play that. You know your kids can't play that. And you knew that when you got the arrangement. But now you in it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we've had that issue. We got to DC last year, that first song. You said it, Evan. You was like, oh, they're trombones. I was like, God, he heard it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I just keep it real.
Don't be sorry.
Because
we said it. We talk about it all the time. Don't do that to us again. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even the music with them, bros. The nerves, bro. They was like, oh, it's a thing now. You know, our band's full of
that's a thing too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my aspect on that is, like, everybody loved Gam's Victory Lap a couple years ago. It was one of my favorite pieces from Mass Band.
I love them boys over there too.
North Carolina had First Day Out.
Oh my God.
One of my favorite pieces from a Mass Band.
That right there. Boy.
I'd be stupid to try to take that arrangement and plug it and play here, knowing that, bro, that won't written for us. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the main thing, bro. So a lot of what you're hearing, Evan, is people getting arrangements from people that they don't know the instrumentation of that band. They don't know the caliber of musicians for that program. Nobody sat and looking like this, but no, I can't do it.
So I'm not crazy, because I'm thinking,
Nah.
I'm hearing stuff. I'm like, don't this sound like, especially these high school bands. Like, I've been seeing a lot of high school bands playing collegiate level stuff. I'm like,
Or trying to.
Prime example. What can I say this? I don't think I should say this. There's one high school band that I've been peeping just because I'm just trying to see where they're trying to go with their program. And they've been playing a lot of Jackson State stuff. And I'm like, this ain't written for y'all. This ain't, no.
Yeah.
No, don't do this to yourself. Because if you can't arrange, like I keep trying to tell these young musicians that especially coming out of college, that's trying to get into this music stuff, I'm like, you have to study the game. You just can't just go straight in there thinking you just arrange anything. Especially, I'm going to a different rabbit hole. This one, when you see arrangers be on TikTok, they be writing, you know, some arrangers be on TikTok and stuff. And I be thinking to myself, which band are you writing this for?
For the computer?
Yeah.
For the computer?
It sounds good on computer, but when you actually
They're writing it for the computer. Humans can't play that.
No, hell no. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why did you? I get that you're creative. I get that you want to try different things. But if you're not actually in front of a band, don't write stuff that you know you're not.
Go make beats.
Exactly.
That's essentially, and low key, like that's the fix that I get. You know, I wanted to be a music producer at one point in time. So when I arrange and work the band, I feel like I'm EQing a little bit. I feel like I'm doing my thing. But I guess I'll give my take on the question. So number one, you know, I kind of agree. You know, we both kind of from the same era. You know, I'm a little older, and I'm used to, at least my idea at that time, to band directors kind of being a full package. Like, you can teach and you can arrange, you know. And if you don't arrange, okay, you just don't do it. You got people on staff for that. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying. But I am used to just that being the game. And when I looked at being a band director, when I wanted to be a band director, even though it's unconventional and I only do it here, I still want to be that complete package, arrange, but still be able to teach. Now, when it comes to music education, though, just kind of giving a balanced answer, I will say that those are kind of two different skills. Like being able to teach and get concepts across, and being able to arrange, that is a different skill when they not necessarily tied together. And
Don't
you
forget
may
the
take
admin side.
exactly
Don't
that's the
forget
thing.
that.
And there's people
Woo.
that's real good at that, all of that.
There's
But
people
they
that's
can't
real
do
bad at it too.
likewise. You feel me? Yeah, you take composition and arranging in college or whatever, but it's still not getting into like the nitty gritty. And like you said, what I'm saying, I think being in front of a band is best because you really get to test what you're doing. Like the band itself is an instrument, so you get
Mhm.
to play that almost daily. And I envy, one of my best friends, my closest friend, especially musically, is Deontay Kennedy over at Craigmont.
Oh yeah.
So much I could say about our relationship, but he's taught me a lot. But he is also one of those where I've learned a lot just from studying and playing and stuff, all of that. But he's one of those complete packages in my mind. He can teach, he can motivate, he can do all of that. But I want to say yes, there's some people who are good at that, and don't slight them, But still, if you know that arranging is not your forte, take a little back seat until you
Don't be prideful.
learn the game. Don't be prideful. Be humble.
Don't be proud.
Come on,
Yeah.
because it's for the program at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But yeah, arranging is definitely its own skill. That come from you have to put the time in there. You kind of have to have that talent. You got to have that ear for it, and you have to just kind of know the rules. And kind of like I was saying, that's what I want. I mentioned Deontay for. I'm sorry. I tell him all the time that and any of my band director friends that I envy y'all because y'all get to do this day to day, arrange day to day. This is your job. I don't pick up the pen till summer, till about April or May. My first time in front of a band since last year was 2 Saturdays ago.
Oh, at Livingstone?
You did?
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching. I'm
Okay,
a fan, bro.
we got some spots.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up.
So
But
Livingston-
seriously, we had rehearsal at Livingstone College. Yeah, we did. North
Oh,
Carolina.
I don't miss nothing, bro. When I say I'm a fan of the game,
what's
I don't miss nothing,
Yeah.
bro.
You
I'm
feel me?
gonna touch on that too when you finish.
Okay, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So even that, just being in front of the band and teaching, I still got some, whatever. But I felt rusty. Yeah, some students came up like, oh man, I like your teaching. I like what you did. So that's confirming for me. But I'm still in my head like, man, I know I'm rusty. Man, just the way I can communicate, whatever. So, and then just like I said, arranging. If I was able to arrange day to day, it'll be a wrap for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I am very blessed, and I think you just got to know the rules and know what you're doing and know what's really going on musically, theory wise, just culture wise. Pay attention to what these college directors are doing now, and that's the problem. A lot of these kids are paying attention to some colleges. I won't name them. You know what I'm saying? But they doing a lot of stuff that these horns are not even designed to do. When it comes to arranging, they breaking rules. You know what I'm saying? Doubling the thirds, crazy. It's a parallel fifths. It's so much stuff going on that you ain't supposed to be doing. And these kids are paying attention to that, and they're doing that in Muse Score. It's so free. It's so accessible. I remember when Finale, you had to get that CD. It was hard. Ooh. Even I ain't gonna talk about what I'm doing now.
Free trial after free trial after free trial.
Literally. I got maybe 20 some days left.
Yeah,
but
gotta get it done. New email address, baby.
I think that was a part of the problem. Kind of like, in my opinion, how rap kind of got messed up. Because everybody could just do it, the talent. Since the access to entry or the barrier to entry into the arranging game is kind of minimized. Everybody think they can do it, and it's not. You're not going through the fire no more. Like back in, and it's still happening. Some directors still holding true to it, and there's still some students and some young cats who are doing their thing. But student arrangements, it used to be real hard to get a student arrangement played because you had a competent staff who was already good. I don't really need your little student little arrangement, but if I do want to use it, it got to be at this level too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just to kind of sum it up. Those are two different skills, education and arranging. Know where your forte is. Don't be proudful. Be true to yourself. And if arranging is something that you want to do, man, study the game, study the legends of the game. If you need to transcribe the arrangements, put it in the finale, do it so you can see what they're doing. But at the end of the day, you get better at whatever you do consistently.
Yep.
So if you consistently try to arrange, I don't care what. You can consistently be trash or be doing trash stuff.
Oh yeah.
But if you do it repeatedly and consistently, you will get better.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, I was gonna. You talk about like people emulating things they see. Kind of gonna take us off subject a little bit, but you talk about exposure and being able to see it because of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I only used to be able to see Southern one time a year. That was Bayou Classic on TV.
Mm.
And then, the field quarter came around, so you might catch a clip here and there. But these kids now can pull up on their phone any band they want to see in the country, and then they go and they try to emulate that. And you talk about bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no one teaching them that style from Jackson or from Southern or from Bama State. They just think they hear, or they think they playing what they hear, and it sounds bad.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And so when you talk about bad habits, I think that's what, and you can't stop that. What you gonna tell a kid like, hey, you can't watch Jackson State on YouTube and try to play these grands that you hear that as your director, I can't play, so I can't teach you how to do it either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being real. It's really crazy, man.
Ooh, real quick, I'm sorry, but that is, I want to get
ahead.
that. A lot of cats, because cranking, this style of play, and that's one of my things. I want it to be treated as a style of play for real. But a lot of these directors, they never was cranking.
No.
Really?
No.
They never was in a program that even had that style of play, but y'all want to try to. That's it, man. A lot of people trying to do stuff that don't even really.
Oh, I can name a band program.
I'm mad that song came.
I ain't gonna do it right now. Ain't gonna do it.
Well, so being from Southeast Virginia, I mean, until Union got here, it won't. But one band cranking, and there's a difference between Norfolk crank and Jackson crank. Still a difference. Yeah. And beyond swag, there's a regional difference.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like outside of the conferences, bro, like there's not that many people at our football games for us to be playing that loud. I'm keeping it all the way 100 with you, bro. And Mumford or the Vet, you got 80,000 people screaming. Bro, some of the games in 08, when we're not talking about the Mike Vick era, I'm talking about when it was, we marched in the stadium, it's 50 people in a 30,000 seat stadium. How loud should we be playing? So, you know what I'm saying? You talk about people trying to do things that they just don't know how to do, bro. And so what happened in Virginia, there was a band director that said, you know what? If I just play cleaner than everyone else at these little competitions, I'll win. And now our culture suffered from that. Because now you got, now everybody sound like a concert band on the field, bro. And it's like, well, wait a minute. PJ said something when I was in his band room. And anybody that questions me on what I'm about to say, go talk to him. He said, bro, we got outside instruments. You're not playing a tuba, you playing a sousaphone. You play a trombone with a trigger on it. You playing a marching euphonium. You gotta produce, you gotta put the air through the horn. Otherwise, why are we doing it?
Very true.
What is the point? It's so crazy, man. And then these people secretly be fans. I got people that be in my inbox like, hey, how can I get in touch with PJ Howe? I'm like, bro, you just told us you didn't want your band to be cranking, bro. What you want to talk to him for? Oh, we're going to talk about it today.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about it today.
Yes, sir.
We got time today.
I got time, bro, because I'm tired. And it's like me and Ra on the same page, bro. And it's like, dang, I thought I was the only one. Or not just me, but, me and Fred, I'm like, bro, I thought we were the only people dealing with this. And it's not. It's not. Man, I had a director. I said, man, the kids from V-State broke their legs trying to get in the transfer portal after what Union did to them. Dude said, you must ain't heard Virginia State's win done something. I'm like, what?
I mean, they nice, but he did, yeah.
That we looking at right here, bro? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Like,
stay
let's
focused.
keep the
Yeah.
main thing, bro. Like, stop moving the goalposts, man. You know, so yeah, I got time today at it.
So since we got time today, can I just be a little bit ignorant? Just a little bit ignorant.
It's your
You
show.
know,
bro.
show.
I'm be. Okay, so since we talk about Virginia, I'm gonna talk about North Carolina next. Lord bless my heart when I say this.
Don't start talking about AT now, because you know.
No, that's my school. That's my
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride. Virginia State. That's a program that is kind of, let's be honest, it's inconsistent, very inconsistent. And I'm gonna say this.
See why you say that?
You see what I'm saying? So, like throughout the years, probably about 3 to 5 years, we have seen a shift. Like prime example, when they went to the ESPN Battle of the Bands in 2020, I think 23, when they started, I don't know what that first song was. It was like da 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 da. I said, what the hell? I said, who in the right mind decided to arrange this, to play this at an ESPN Battle of the Bands, and you think that sound good? It don't sound good. I'm just being real. Have these band programs. I'm sorry if I get cussed out later. They're trash. They're trash. They are. It is not even the students' fault. It's the leadership, and that's what I want to talk about. Leadership. If you know somebody that can't be a good leader, how the hell you think they're going to be a good leader directing a band?
I think it's the.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I gotta be careful when I talk about V State, bro, because
No, I take the blame for it.
That's a real rivalry there. Like,
Oh,
I wouldn't know if, like, that's a real. So what I see is that they are stuck in this identity crisis.
I figured.
That's what I see. I'm not in their band room. What I see is that you can't do the Norfolk style the way Norfolk does it, but you're not far enough down south to do that either. So they kind of, you notice they added a tenor drum section to their drum line. They're starting to play arrangements. I'm not even going to say from the SWAT. They're playing more arrangements from the South. Things that you would normally expect to hear a SWAT band play.
Mm-hmm.
And they have merged it into this hybrid thing, and it just, to me, it ain't working.
No, yeah, it's not. And I'm sorry, somebody got to say it, man. Like, I'm just tired of, they have all the potential in the world to be a great band program. They do.
Well, you got to stop switching your identity every 3 to 4 years, bro. You can't do that. Like, you have to be, who you are consistently. Regardless of what it is, like, be true to that. You know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of moving of the goalposts too, by the way, but okay, whatever.
And it's all love though. But yeah, Mr. Robert, I'm just...
Nah, ain't no love.
No, I say it's all...
Ain't no love.
No, but I say that because it's all love.
How much love you got for Southern?
See?
Now listen, this is what I used to say for real, on some shit, and I probably should have answered this question way different. F Southern, that's my real.
There you go.
But
we need that.
Being objective. I love Southern as far as just what they bring to the game of marching band, writing for power, their style of play, all of that. Knight and Hamer, Jackson, all those guys. So I respect them, but especially on game day.
Yeah.
Wait.
F Southern.
I gotta ask a question. This is a legendary moment. What happened in 2010 when Southern was playing Power and y'all told them to get kicked out? Yeah, what happened?
Oh man, that's a historic moment, like you said.
Yeah, because
the beat was going. It was a legendary fifth quarter. We going crazy. We pissed Hamer off. He pissed. Now that they leaving, but we playing Deuces. It's just so fitting the moment. So Deuces by Chris Brown, because Deuces, we just crunk on you, leave.
Oh yeah.
They form. They get in concert band or whatever that formation is called. They play Power, and of course it's just time to cut off. Police is cutting them off. Get out of the stadium. It's a wrap.
So
I think, if I remember correctly, I think the police or somebody is telling them to get out. So that's why Hamer tells them to cut off. Of course, the cutoff ain't clean.
Mid phrase, bro. Mid phrase.
And one of my the alumni of Trump Fund, Maurice Bailey. It's a clip out there where he like, I know when you've been defeated. He crabbed in like 93, 94. But he's on the field in front of me.
Yeah, I seen that.
When you've been defeated, man. Legendary moment.
The video on YouTube at the time was literally Hamer crying, bro.
Seriously, that was
like that was the title. of the YouTube video, bro.
Good time. Good time.
And by the way, I'm a huge Hamer fan.
Mm.
This ain't about Hamer. It's about that moment and how
Exactly.
significant it was for the culture, bro.
Seriously.
Like Hamer was cussing at the camera, bro. It was just like,
Mhm.
and I'm from Virginia, bro. I'm like, oh, this don't happen here, bro. Like, oh my God, he
Right, the
tripping.
professionalism, all of that.
Yeah,
You a band
yeah.
direct. We've never seen nothing like that.
Yo,
And of
but I
course, the
loved it.
stage was set. Agreed. The
Mhm.
stage was set because we played power on them. They came to a battle with the bands at our crib.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
dirty for that. Southern standing at attention,
Yeah.
just taking it in the back of their
And,
head.
and let me
Like,
share this real quick. I'm gonna give y'all an inside scoop. So we in the band, of course, and we kind of feel salty because even on the radio, I feel like they promote Southern a little bit more. But we're like, no, this is our house, especially in Vet Stadium. This is our house. So one of the baritone section leaders, if I'm not mistaken, Sonic Boom alumni, you dig if you was there, correct. But he was like, Murray, you know, let's crank with this, Mr. Murray. He's the interim director at the
is
time.
this the dude with the
He's like,
locks that's on B-Tone?
Smitty, yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I swear to God. I
So
think it was him. He said,
crazy.
Mr. Murray, let's play power. Let's do something. And Mr. Murray, he was just one of them, and he was an excellent motivator. I love Mr. Murray, whatever. But he stood the band up. And I believe he counted off power. And we had that moment. We got so much backlash. Oh, classless, Jackson State. But it set up one of the
And what
best
about the game? At the
game was
game,
crazy.
Jackson running into the stand, Southern playing power.
Yep.
Jackson like, come on, we gotta get the stand,
We gotta
bro.
hurry up. This is another
What
game.
a moment, bro.
And low key, bro, just real quick, since we kind of course, here for the All-Star, man, that energy, that vibe, that the way we do band over there in the SWAC, and I'll even add Detroit influence, because we real SWAC influence, period. That's what I tried to bring here. That's what I tried to bring here. You know what I'm saying? We, like y'all kind of mentioned, wasn't no many schools in Virginia cranking like that. Same here. You know, yes, they putting air through the horn. Let me not discredit, and I can go to 2000s A&T to where they really put
yes,
some
Lord.
on. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what we did here in
Hard
2017, that style of play, the mentality, just we had it on our mind to dominate and just play for power. I'm writing for power. It's just different. And one of the biggest things is knowing that this is what y'all want to do anyway. Y'all want to crank. You wish your director would just let loose in a controlled way, of course. But that's it. I had to come over here. We had all the stuff, but I had to show them this is how you mold it. This is how we do it. It's not just, hey, just go for broke over here. No, it's really a system. It's really a formula. You feel me? And even back to the people who can't crank and trying to teach cranking or what have you. It's a lot of people who, even if they can crank, they learn by themselves, they haven't seen the formula. They haven't learned the formula or just developed their own.
They don't practice it either.
You have to, you know? So
you put your
all,
band
yeah,
out there and like, all right, it's time to play loud. I'm like, bro, you didn't.
No.
Did you practice playing loud? Like,
practice for that endurance. Practice for that. What you want to demand. I can't demand this out of you, and I don't train you to do it.
You know what, Bumpin'? I'm being ignorant. I don't care. That's what Florida A&M went against Jackson State. Florida A&M tried to crank on Jackson. Florida A&M, they heard Florida A&M play. They was like, okay. The fans just going crazy because they so used to they playing a march here and there. They may play some type of slow song, and then I'm just sitting there thinking like, I said, why would you try to like Jackson State? There's their own beast. Let them be them. You don't have to be
play their game.
Yeah, you got to play mind games with Jackson State. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we would do. That's what at least we love at Trump Funk at Jackson State. We would love when we can get the opposite band to hang over. If you don't normally do that, but now your trumpet's hanging over. Okay, now we got you doing our game. But see, you don't know we do this for real. We practice this. We in the gym every week. We professional. This is not a game. We can't miss notes. This is our job. Y'all just trying to compete. And now you messing up your clips. Look at you. But that's always been the thing. You can't out Southern. You ain't out Jackson. You can't out Fam. If you go watch 2011 Southern against Fam, I love that battle because it's like they both they true self.
Oh yeah.
And Southern still trying to give them some technical stuff, but it's still Southern. You know what I'm saying? I can name others, but yeah, brother, for sure.
And to piggyback on the band I was talking about in North Carolina, Lord, I feel like I'm about to just, all these fans are to get mad at me, bump it. How would you fix a program? Let's say that you're a band director from Winston-Salem State, right? God knows, I feel like I'm.
Of course, the baby boom. Come on, Magruder.
Yeah. So how would you fix that program? Because I've been trying to figure this out for the longest time. What would you need to add? Because demographic-wise, it's not a good city. To actually, it's really not.
Is it attractive to even get students out there?
Yeah, that's one of the bands that I've been trying to root for so long. But every year, it's kind of like it's sad a little bit. Because I know they have But how
I'm from Virginia. I'm sitting this one out. I don't know nothing about.
I'll take it. And
I know we're gonna see Winston-Salem in Norfolk the first game of the season. I know that. So
wait, this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Norfolk State or Virginia?
It's in Norfolk. Winston-Salem gotta come up here. Yeah. Man, sorry to that, man.
Try to take a trip to that.
Yeah.
I would say, man, number one, we got some Winston cats in the band. So, shout out to Winston, keep coming to rehearsal, crank up, turn up. And then I think I'll reframe the question because I don't think, I'm going to answer the question, but I don't think I'm qualified to fix what Mr. Magruder is doing. I love the directors over there. I just met another one at our college fair, but the name escapes me his name. Plays piccolo or flute or something like that instructor. But regardless, they doing their thing, they got their vision. Every director has their vision. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, in their philosophy of band, what they want, the product they want. So what we may not like may be the product they want. You know what I'm saying? So we have to accept that. But I think maybe, and this goes for a lot of programs, so I hope they don't take offense to this if they come across this, but I think a lot of programs could use a little youth in the program. Mr. Gruder has been there for a while, and he's trying to bring that, since he's been there, trying to bring a little bit of that Jackson flavor, that swag flavor down there. But it's only so much you can do, if you're not consistently writing for that, practicing for that, and all of that. But like I said, it just may be a stylistic preference. But yeah, if I was to get a band or be able to help a band like Winston, of course I would write for that instrumentation. That's you do that, number one. You know what I'm saying? I would go to rehearsal and I would try to put some like I try to do here, but still just kind of put some youthful energy into that program. We about to get hype. I need I need to bring that out of y'all. We're not just about to be a rehearsal and one music. That's not what we're doing. It's way deeper than that. It's an energy thing. You know what I'm saying? So get the kids.
Evolution too, man. Evolving, bro. Like this is not me answering the question specifically towards Winston because I have no idea about their program at all. But I see a lot of directors just get stuck in like, well, this is what I learned when I was in the band. Well, that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how much basketball has changed. Like you know what I mean? Like you probably can't be Robert Parrish now. Like you wouldn't be the same Robert Parrish now that you were then if your game didn't evolve because the players are fat, bro. These instruments are made different. The players are made different. They're pushing it to the limit. Music in itself has changed tremendously.
That we're writing. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I had a local director here just pass out a tune that a high school played in 06 and expecting it to have the same carry. And I'm like, bro, that's 20 years old. It was effective then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just like, that might not carry over now the same way. And it didn't. And it's just like, man, with dressing, I always told myself I was not gonna get stuck in the era, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I can still dress like a grown man, but I don't have to dress like the same grown man I was in 2008. You know what I mean? Like you kind of change with the time. You keep your style, but that can also evolve. I just think that may be what's going on with Winston-Salem. I know they got new uniforms, I think, right?
Yeah, they
stuff
did.
Like that. Stuff like that matters, bro. That presentation. But you gotta kill somebody, bro. you gotta slay a dragon, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta go to A&T, you gotta go to Central and put a hurting on them so the kids that's on
That's what
the
they want to see.
internet can be like, oh, boy, that's not the same Winston.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, man? And that old style of teaching marching band, I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about marching band, the entertainment, the pageantry. Bro, if you get stuck in the time, bro, you done.
You
Finished.
get lost for sure. I can
Yeah.
think of schools right now that's been playing the same music for years. We ain't got to name them.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
you did. Still a good program.
We
You can't
all
say they
know
sound
it.
bad.
We ain't gotta say it.
We ain't gotta say it. We already
know what
know.
it is. Shout out to the hometown hero, man. He's from here, bro. But we know what it is. Yeah. Moving on. Hey, bro. I truly. Nah, you know what? No. Hey, all these podcasters get upset, whatever they want to say, man. It's okay to have an opinion. You gotta stop playing that stuff, bro. Like, and I don't know. So, said person is the type of person in my head that go to McDonald's every day, the same time, or the same meal for 20 years.
Oh boy, I know exactly what you. Never mind. Mm.
We all know, like, bro. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. But what is crazy is that first, it's still effective, it still works, and kids still want to go be in that band, bro. And I don't quite get it. But I mean, it's like I know what we gonna see. Like, bro, I could format the entire show right now, bro, from top to finish.
But listen, sometimes that's good too. From a branding point, they know their identity, they consistent.
Oh, we all do. We see the 3 letters on the field constantly. We all do.
See, y'all, man, y'all. Boy, you better.
Good job, though. You did a good job.
No, it's effective. Like, I mean, people come to see them, but it's just like, you know what? We're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why we're wrong. Because they're not playing for people like us.
Yeah.
They're playing for the common person that just like band. So we wrong.
We don't know nothing about band.
Yeah.
But for real. Seriously,
I think this is the podcast going forward from now on, bro. I think we should just meet every week, bro.
That's all I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, what? This chemistry. And by the way, Evan called me 10 minutes before. It was like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, oh, I just left church. About to eat this fish. He's like, you trying to be on the... I'm like, okay, yeah. But, so that's why, bro, I just happened to... This is what I was wearing already, everything, bro. I put the fish plate down. I was like, oh, my phone there, let me get in the car, so I can hop on.
Appropriate, though.
You know, spring 26, man, you know. Spring 26, man.
I need some. I don't know. I probably had to call y'all on that back end. I need some tickets to go to.
I thought you was about to ask me.
No.
The elephant in the room.
No. I do need some tickets though. I'm trying to go to a game. And then I'm probably. That's gonna be. I'm pushing it. I think. I want to go see North Carolina and Memphis. I want to see y'all in Memphis, but then I'm going to the event in Georgia.
That's the 27th. Yeah, I think it's the same.
That's
day.
like God knows, man.
Yeah.
Who's in Georgia on the 27th though?
That's New Orleans and Georgia.
In Georgia.
In Georgia, yep. I think it's gonna be.
Memphis is gonna be where?
Memphis is gonna be.
It's in Memphis. Really, technically in South Haven, Mississippi, but it's like a suburb of Memphis.
Oh, and North Carolina's gonna be there.
Yeah, June 27th, and I think it's like a nice little lineup: Mississippi, Alabama, and Dallas, and of course Memphis. So it's pretty interesting.
In Georgia that day is just Memphis and Georgia.
No, it's Georgia and New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Georgia and New Orleans. Okay.
Only reason I'm going to that because I gotta pick a bonus. So, matter of fact, can we talk about it real quick? Let's talk about it. See, I don't like sugarcoat nothing. So one of my videos, I'm not gonna say the name, individual. He gave me a copyright strike. If you don't know what a copyright strike is, basically somebody saying that you're using their video personal property and you're trying to make money off of it, basically. So I said, and the person that we all know got over about 600,000. Oh, did I say it too much? Oh, dang, I think I'm talking too much. Not bump that. I don't care. And I just want to have conversations about the mindset of your
What's
thought.
a media person or a
Media.
content
That's
creator?
what I'm thinking.
Media person.
Okay, media person.
But
Okay.
it's just crazy to me in this world that we are living in, especially as a content creator. I'm starting to understand there's certain boundaries that you could go across, and there's certain things that you can't say. But some things like that right there, man, I just don't understand. And we're all trying to make money. I ain't trying to piggyback on nobody. I don't really care what you do. I don't care. Matter of fact, Robert, I don't even think you realize. And I'm not trying to be boastful or nothing. I'm just keeping it real. I have over millions of views, bro. I don't let that change me. I don't let this stuff change. I'm myself. You can ask Rocky. Rocky will call me. Baby, what's up, E? I'm like, I'm always the same. But it's just a simple fact. When you let that fame get to your head and you thinking that you all that and all this, that don't matter nothing. And that's what this band stuff. When you allow yourself to get in this room and you thinking that you bigger and better because your band's program sounds better than all the other ones, that doesn't really equivalent to anything. I mean, it may sound good. Go ahead, Rocky.
No, I don't even know who we talking about, but
Oh,
I will say this.
Mhm.
I always feel like you gotta have the same mentality when you fall off that you had when you was on, because ain't nobody good at something forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a time where you're gonna be humble. You know what I'm saying? And are you man enough or woman enough to take that type of punch? Because Norfolk, for example, 09, it was Jackson, Southern, Texas, Southern, Norfolk. Whatever order you want to put us in, don't matter, right? We know it was that was it. And then 2013, 14 came around and it was like, oh, whoa. Now we had some leadership changes, but what I'm saying is that, you got to be able to stand your ground the same way. And I think a lot of people aren't able to do that. And integrity comes into play too, bro. So, and that you can't change the character of a man. You just can't. You know. And I think now, more than ever, it is easier to be whoever you want to be on the internet. But when the cameras turn on, what did Martin Luther King say? Like, the true integrity of a man is judged by when nobody can see him. And that's still true to this day, bro. So, whatever you're going through with that, man, I think God's always in control. And just take it as a lesson. Don't even, you know what I mean? Keep your head down, bro. Keep moving. You're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, it's just a learning lesson, especially as me growing as a content creator. Because sometimes, I'm be honest with you, I feel like when I'm in this music space, I feel like I have the qualifications for it, but I feel like I'm not qualified enough. And I feel like that's what a lot of musicians and band directors are going through now. They feel like they have the qualifications for it, but they feel like they're not doing a lot. What Robert was saying, like, yeah, he said I may feel a little bit rusty, but everybody else said I'm doing a good job. It's just the simple fact is I have to learn to just keep pushing, like Rocky was telling me, just keep pushing.
Focus on the positive. I wouldn't even focus on that. I see both sides, you know what I'm saying, for sure. I definitely see a perspective and I see theirs, you know what I'm saying, their work, and I'm sure you can as well. But right, there's too many other videographers or what have you out here for you to pick from. Okay, if I can't just go that route, I can't go that route, but agreed. Let's keep it pushing. Keep your head up and stay focused on the positive.
And CYA too, man. Always cover your ass, bro. Like, I'm telling you, working in the corporate world, I'm telling you, that's one main thing that's gonna keep your nose clean. Cross your T's, dot your I's, whatever you gotta do. And really study your craft too. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing. And when I say study your craft, like, know the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like a basketball coach, bro. If the coach don't know the rules, you cost your team the game. Simply by not knowing that I couldn't do this. Michael Vick last year, bro, we went 1-11. Dude got on national TV. It was like, I got to get more into the rule book. I'm like, bro, you been playing football your whole life.
What we do?
Yeah, no, seriously. I was like, I kind of appreciate the honesty, but then again, it's the same dude that said they were giving the playbook and he wouldn't look at it. So, you know what I'm saying? He said that. But that's what I'm saying, man. You know, if you know your literature and you know that black and white, bro, you know the laws of the land. Ain't nothing nobody can do to you. I feel like that's the main thing. You know, sometimes we gotta remove the emotion. I've learned to do that a lot lately. And I don't mean be emotionless. I mean remove the emotion from how I respond to things. You know
Especially
what I'm saying?
in business.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, you will ruin your connections by one emotional moment. And now that whole connection you had, even though you might have been able to mend it, now you went off the hinge on them and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too. And I know this is not a come to Jesus moment, but you know, I just want to tell you that, you know, I don't know the situation like that. I'm not a content creator and I don't know how that, I can only imagine how it could affect you, but you know, there's gonna be other opportunities, bro. Don't ruin them because of one moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was just a learning lesson. I'm growing.
I had that with North Carolina.
You know,
when I was picking at y'all on the internet, because I was trying to get y'all attention.
Don't sleep. Hold on. Wake me up there.
I was picking, but I was doing it because it was one of those I'm about $1. Who the F is 50 cent moments.
Agree. Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get on.
What you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on. I respect the program, and I'm not trying to hijack your moment, E, but I'm just saying, like, you know, yeah, I didn't go too far with that though, because and look, they came back at me. Bro, this is so funny. And then I'm gonna get back to you. Dude commented on the video, bro. He was like, not this year. Cause last year in my group chat, they was like, yo, you trying to see North Carolina? I was like, nah, bro, not this year. Man, I said, bro, kept that receipt for a whole year, bro.
Listen, I'll say, man, we would love to see y'all, man. We would love to see it. And even on some real stuff, man. We did the Carolina Crank Fest last year in Detroit and maybe Augusta, Savannah. Yeah. But I really wanted groups like y'all in DC to come. Like I wanted to be a regional thing.
Yeah.
Because the year before we went to Independence, and of course it's feel good to just be in the room, be at the party, be at the table. But man, it's a lot. You dig? So if we can get something going over here, just period. I think that's the name of the game. Make our own little Carolina Crank Fest. And you know, like just being candid, okay. When it comes to tiers, right? You know, we are creeping up. We trying to be that top tier conversation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We got to see people. All right. But okay, for the lower tiers of people, let's have something too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get together.
Y'all not. Let me start you, bro. Y'all are not on the lower tiers of nothing.
No more. Take that.
Don't even.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get what you're saying, but yeah, y'all.
Man, this man
I
said
receive
low
it, though.
tier, bro. No, bro, I can't. I'm not going for that, bro. I see low tiers.
Even size, you know, even all that. You know,
no, I get it. Okay. And the longevity. Some of these programs have been around for a long time. I definitely get what you're saying, but North Carolina is not a bottom tier, bro. There's some really bad programs out there, or no, there's some really growing programs out there. I don't want to say bad, you know, because somebody might say that about us, not knowing the situation.
We've all been there.
Yeah, you don't know the growing pains that program is having. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not bottom tier, bro. We gonna stop there. Bro.
I receive
we gonna stop that right now, bro. Go ahead on that, man.
Too humble.
So if there were 3 tiers, and there's only a few really at the top, I think North Carolina is right on the cusp, like second tier on the cusp of potentially breaking into that top tier. Oh, yeah. Now, there's a geographical thing there too. Luckily, they got somebody from the Midwest that knows that style of play, that knows those styles of teaching. Unfortunately, in Virginia, like my first time meeting Tay was when he came to Union for PJ. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those people come to Virginia, bro. And he went to Livingstone. So he, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are, like, and DC, capital city, they got it worse than us. They only really dealing with players from Howard. And no offense to them, but
We know how we're programmed.
Yeah. Like, so,
no,
you
no
know,
offense though. Yeah.
no, but I'm saying, you know, that we all, man, there's a difference between Howard and Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between Howard and Norfolk. So the further, but that's also because of that's a us thing, if you know what I mean. Like, how many HBCU bands are in California? None, zero, none. So really, the further you go away from the South, there's going to be less and less and less and less. It just is what it is. But you have to work through those things and give the best product you can.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell on Tay for a little bit. It ain't even that deep, but I'm gonna tell on Tay. But a lot of cats, not only do they not know his age, so a lot of cats think he's younger than what he is because he just got on the scene and blah 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 blah. But my first time meeting Tay, we had something called the Detroit International Community Band.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a billionaire. Yeah, I know.
And Tay wrote that.
I
wanted to say that I met Tay. Remember, I switched to trumpet my senior year of high school. And I'm going there because my band ain't cranking up for real. But at that practice, they turning up, playing turn two. It's the real Detroit band, real old band here, still trying to give back and all of that.
Osborne type.
All the Osborne OGs. Seriously. That's precise. All the Osborne OGs, of course, more. But they baking it into it. So boom. When I go to those rehearsals, who do I see running those rehearsals? I see Deontay Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? And this is Deontay Kennedy. I know he shared a little bit of his story, but this is after he went off to college the first time. Livingstone wasn't his first time. And I'm sorry if I'm sharing too much, Tay, you know. Give me that. But you know, this after he went off to college to Middle Tennessee State University with Will Brooks. I may be sharing so much.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Exactly. They were roommates, all that. But he comes back and then, you know, he's doing his thing and he want to do band and he's helping out this program. So I say that to say, Tay has a lot of experience, not only with just kids, but that group was grown men. Yeah, we got kids coming to learn, but no, he's disciplining grown men. He's writing and styling
in Detroit,
experienced players in Detroit. You know? So what he's doing now, you know, me and him, we talked about this in his backyard, man. This man had a trumpet fraternity, was grew into a band fraternity. I was a national president of the fraternity at one point in time. You know, we all the stuff we seeing, and I'll even say this, it's off topic, but and a lot of people may not take me serious, but I will say even him, us, you know, we influenced the SWAC trumpet style of play right now. And I say that to say, we, you know, it's been a while, but he's still doing his thing with Memphis, and they going off and doing their thing in their different colleges. Emmett Davis, one of our last screamers from Detroit, young cat, he was at Texas Southern for a minute. He's influencing just the SWAC now. You know, I had my time, I did my thing, we all did our thing, but Emmett, and I think he's just done. But it's just crazy to hear all these clips. Even this clip, real quick. What is he playing? I think it's an MMB song. That trumpet player.
Oh yeah.
The way he sounds, I feel like I'm listening to us. You know, not taking nothing away from him because he's blonde, but some of the things that just our approach and how we was trying to sound like Maynard Ferguson within the college band. We and that little effect that he would do. That's what we bring in the band. We ain't just trying to scream. So. Shout out to my boy Deontay Kennedy.
Well, that influence was in Norfolk too. I mean, we had Midnight. Yeah, Midnight that was came here. Marshall, yeah, that. Oh yeah, Mr. Spartan. Yeah, bro. It was so many people, bro.
The other cat who write for y'all a lot, I think. Sebring
Reed. Yeah. So that influence, and that's kind of what I was talking about when Detroit started closing down those schools. Wait, is my camera off right now? Oh, my bad.
Are you good?
That's crazy. I'm like, where am I? When Detroit started closing down those schools, Norfolk suffered because that's where those screamers. These dudes playing the whole phrase, bro. You know, like they coming from Detroit. A lot of them couldn't march and play at the same time, but if they were standing still, bro, like it was like, bro, what? I remember 2000, which was Dr. Sanford's second year in Norfolk. He was starting to bring in those players. and they took up PYT for the first time. Now, mind you, at that time we played the same arrangement of PYT,
Jackson.
and Jackson played. Yes, correct. So I'm 10 years old, bro, and I remember looking back like, yo, it's not the same band from last year. You know what I'm saying? But it was that Detroit, bro. Even the Mellophones, bro. They came and they was just like, I was like, bro, what is this? So when those schools started closing down and we started seeing less people from King and Osborne, it was like, oh, we feeling it. Cass Tech, you know what I'm saying? Cass Tech came to Norfolk's homecoming this year.
That's right. Spain over there, Andrea Holly.
Yeah. They came.
Squad.
Yeah, they came this year for the first time in a long time. Bro, when I say this is my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Virginia, but I'm tapped in. You name a city, and I'm like, oh yeah, this person, they marched there in this school closed down, and this
real recognize real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Cass Tech came here a couple years, like, well, in a long time now.
It was probably
we had never heard nothing like it. And you know, the second band to come and do that was from Ohio. Shaw High came in 2011. Murdered everybody, bro. These bands got 20 players, bro. 20 horns. 20 horns,
that's
bro.
why I needed to switch the trumpet. We about to challenge. We got 3 trumpets.
Bro. And that program he was talking about from Detroit, bro. I remember they was playing at this little basketball game, bro. And I heard this boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, but I was like, what is this? I'm like, is that AB by me, bro? I'm talking about, I remember one of the trumpets falling all that drum like this.
That's Tay. He wrote that. No, that's in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Just being different.
Bro, what? Tell me I ain't just gonna look up this clip just now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that was Tyrus, though. Tyrus was like, hey, bro, check this out. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? 30 people sound like 200.
The power of playing together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. I remember that they had an influence at Stillman. That Rep Your City. At Stillman, bro. I was like, bro, that was some Detroit players. Yeah. I'm not talking about the PJ Stillman. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, go back and look at some of the Stillman clips, bro. They would play Rep Your City like
homework.
Like 03, 04 or something, bro. And I was like, what the hell? Like, yes, bro. Yeah. It's a little small band with this big punch. It was like, oh, I know what's going on. They got some of the Detroit players over there. I think Killer Kev played there for a little while. I
don't know. I know a lot of them cats, Kim included, they went to Langston. Went to Langston University for a minute. Now, if you go look at, maybe that got to be around 03, 05. But I wish I was like recall it. But they got some clips where they are blowing, and it's because of that Osborne influence, the Detroit influence.
But it was clips from back there at that time in Detroit with dudes in the neighborhood randomly with mellophones just playing, bro.
Mellow and trombone, cue.
Yeah, bro. It was weird. It was no, not weird ain't the word. It was just like, it was not normal. Yeah, I was like, bro, what is this? Like, how do they sound like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm telling you, I can see the clips. These dudes got on do-rags with the tail out, a big t-shirt, big jean shorts, bro. They just weighing on just.
We growing up watching that. I'm going to community band practice seeing them.
Boy, got D12 World out there playing horns, bro. What is going on? What in the 8 Mile is happening?
And just real quick, I know we probably about to wrap this little topic up, but them two, that's like the epitome of playing together too. That trombone and that mellow, they was phrasing together like crazy. And still to this day, of course, we kind of do that in Detroit. We just challenge others. This clip on me and the trombone player challenging them two. Me on trumpet. But man, that's challenge. That's the culture. You know, I don't care what you can do in this big group. Yeah, let's isolate. Let's expose. And let's see what's going on. Because the competition fuels growth.
It's a clip, I think it's from a parade, bro. And I haven't seen this clip probably 20 years, bro. Like, this was like beginning of the YouTube era. It looks like a parade. These boys in the middle of the field, and it's like 10 different bands. And ain't none of them got more than 20 horn players, bro. Everybody playing turn two at each other. Everybody just, bro. I had never seen that type of culture before, bro. So I really appreciate Detroit and what it's done for the culture in general. I feel terrible for that city.
A lot
Yeah.
of people
Oh
don't
yeah.
know the strong.
Yeah.
Even though we Midwest, we had a strong band culture. Like I said, it was SWAC influence for the most part. But you absolutely right, man. We still feeling it. You know, and
Well,
it ain't the only city.
y'all affected Ohio, which then it
Mm,
started affecting other places. Like I mean in a good way, because one of my boys, Aaron Chastain, is from Ohio.
yeah,
Well, he ended up linking up with the boys in Detroit. So then they
yeah.
had
Oak Park.
Oak Park, yeah, bro. Like you
Mhm,
could hear it because they had tires in them over there, and it was like, damn, bro, that like it's
mhm.
still going, you know. And then they end up going to Wilberforce together, you know.
Doing their
So like,
thing.
yeah, that Midwest,
Congrats to
I'm gonna
them.
group it
Their
all
tires
together,
just
bro.
graduated too.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Good stuff.
Them boys in the Midwest. You know, a topic we should discuss is regions next, not this night, but because you got that New Orleans pocket, you got the Atlanta pocket,
Real
you got
influence.
Florida, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You got DMV, you know what I mean? Like, I really think that would be a good topic, bro, to talk about.
Okay.
Agreed.
Hey, whenever y'all want to do it, we do it every Sunday. I'm guessing.
I'm with, as long
We
as it's
can
out
do
the
it.
church, I'm good.
Yeah, cause that's my well.
We
that's-
probably ain't even get to the questions tonight, did we?
Well, I wanted to really focus on the questions for Mr. Robert. I wanted to focus on what he was. He asked
Okay.
me in the. We was talking back and forth and stuff like that. Just to, cause I do pay attention, man. I do professional podcasts, so it's kind of like I want to make sure that we address the questions that you talked about, and also just have a
Okay.
good time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for joining me on today. This was a great conversation, a wonderful conversation. Now, Virginia State, please don't come at me in the comment section. I love y'all, Virginia State. I'll talk smack.
I don't. I
know,
don't love it.
man. Look, see, you gotta. I gotta go through the backlash. Y'all don't gotta go through it.
I
like what he
Ain't
doing
no-
over there. I like what
ain't
they're
no,
doing.
Ain't
Oh,
no
yeah.
love over here from B-State, bro. And they know that. And I'm sure it's mutual.
Oh
Shout
yeah.
out to my boy Kev. He about the only one I can even tolerate, bro.
But
Nah, yeah.
I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Catch up.